Welcome to A Night with a Medium, starring Tessa Del Zoppo. Broadcasting live from the Yowawa Media Studios high above the beautiful city of Niagara Falls, New York. Thank you for joining us, and we welcome each of you for a spirit-filled evening.
Good evening, everybody, and Merry Christmas Eve. I am so excited for you guys to join us tonight for this special edition of A Night with a Medium. I thought it would be cool to, do something on Christmas Eve since everybody's pretty much at home. Everything's been remote. Want to know what you guys are doing, for your Christmas Eve and how you're celebrating this year. I know a lot of people have been doing Zoom, FaceTime with family and friends that can't be there. Regardless of how you're celebrating it, I hope that you guys are enjoying your night. I know my kids are anticipating Santa, and there's that, what is it? There's like that Santa locator, right? on online and stuff where you could watch Santa, so they're going to be doing that. And I have a small group of my family together, and but I'm really excited to be here with you guys. And what I thought would be fun tonight, it was actually kind of like a mutual thing, is me and my buddy Vincent Pastore, who you know from the legendary show The Sopranos and countless other shows and movies that he's been in. We thought it would be cool to do a Christmas special together. So on top of talking about, our traditions and things that we're doing and how we're celebrating, we just kind of dive right into the entertainment world and everything that he's got going on, things that I have going on. And of course, the jokes and things that he likes to throw because he's just an amazing person. So I hope you guys enjoy our interview and our talk and bring a little entertainment into your world tonight for Christmas. So here you go. And stuff too. So we're all set.
I don't care. I'm just, I don't know. This is, I don't know how you're dealing with it, but this is a really horrible Christmas for everybody. I mean, My friends have restaurants out of here on City Island, and this is the time of the year where they make money.
Right.
Holiday parties, all this stuff, New Year's Eve, they're all closed.
Right.
They are closed.
And what gets me angry is you look at these places like Walmart and Target, and it's like there's 500 people in the store. You're this close to people, right? But yet our restaurants and our small businesses, we can't open. They can't open. Why? Like, what's the reasoning behind it? And I feel like those smaller chains, restaurants.
I really don't get the politics. My band's playing Saturday night in Jersey.
Yeah.
We got 50 people. We sell tickets. We space them out.
Right.
They get tested when they walk in to the bar.
Yep.
They wear their masks. They sit down. When the drinks and food come, they're allowed to take off their masks.
Right.
They can't dance. If they get up to go to the bathroom, they have to put the mask on.
Right.
They can't. They don't bother us. We're in the back. Debbie doesn't let anybody in the back room except the musicians.
Right.
And this is our second show we're doing. I mean, if they could do it in Asbury Park, I don't know why they can't do it in Manhattan.
Well, that's and that's what I was going to say is you look at New York in general, right? And Christmas and New Year's, it was such a big thing. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, the holidays in general, huge in New York City. The events, the parades, TV, Broadway. Oh my God! And it's like
comedy clubs, restaurants.
Yeah. This can only go on for so long.
This is horrible. This is horrible. I hate to get everybody depressed, but it's horrible.
It is. And I like to hear, though, that you're able at least to perform, and you're performing here and there when you can.
Here's what happens with me. I work with my band, the Gangster Squad. I have, when I have the Gangster Squad, it's all different guys sometimes. Yeah. That's why I call it Gangster Squad. It's really never the same guys. But when I do a gig out in resorts, I work for this guy, Jared. He's a sweetheart. And he got me that gig last year at the VH1 Awards with Drea and Jamie. Jared got me this. He's not even my agent. He's my friend. You know? Mm-hmm. So then he emails me the other day. He said, "You want to do something with NBC New Year's Eve?" I said, "Yeah." So I said, "But you better talk to my agent." And it's in the can, and I could tell the media, New Year's Eve, NBC, I do a skit with Amber Ruffin. She's a writer for Seth Meyers.
Yeah.
And Carson Daly introduced the skit. It's a funny skit. I was happy that they all complied with all the SAG regulations. I had to get tested on Saturday.
Okay.
And then I had to get tested Tuesday morning at 30 Rock before I went out to Jersey.
Okay.
And when you got there, there's a guy on the set from production. He does nothing else except make sure everybody complies with COVID-19 so they can get the job done.
Yeah.
And we were done early.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we were done early because two reasons. It was cold,
Yeah.
and Amber wrote it, and I was prepared because I have Louis Vituli. He's with me all the time. He loves me, by the way.
Yeah, he's
I have
great.
him with me all the time, and he's standing in the cold, freezing, that if I go up, because I can talk to you about this, you're an actor.
Yeah.
If I go up my line, instead of saying, let's do it again, I go like this, line, and Louis yells the line, and I take a pause, and then I say the correct line.
Right.
Because I know they're taping, and then I know they could fix that.
Right. Yep.
And I on the way home, I said to Louis, you have no idea, because he was with me on birthday cake as well.
Right. I saw that.
Emails about birthday cake coming out. I was just talking to Raul. It's going to get released. And I said to Louis, I said, I need cue cards. And after I ran it the first time, he came over to me and said, Vinny, you don't need cue cards. So we need people like that in our corner when we're doing this craft.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And then he'll come up to me and he'll say, you nailed it. And I say, thanks. And then so I have, and you wonder, it's like I did this thing. I just talked to my daughter. I did this thing for little Steven called the teacher thing.
I saw that with now Bruce.
What's it called?
It was the teachers, the Stand with Teachers, right? Is that what it is?
Teachers, right?
Yeah.
Look at me. You better zip that part out because Steven will say you don't even know the name of the organization. So
don't worry, I got him.
Michael, Stevie's assistant, she calls me wrong time, early in the morning. I don't want to do nothing. Stevie wants to do this. I said, I don't want to do nothing. Well, Vinny, it's well, I don't want to do nothing. Could I talk to you later? No, I don't want to do nothing. I said, my car won't, I told her all these things. My car won't start. Blah, 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 blah. I'm having the worst Christmas ever. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, Vinny. I hung up and I said, what are you, nuts? You don't say no to little Steven.
Right.
I called up Maureen and I said, Maureen, you have Mikey's number. She said, why? I said, because I got grumpy with her. She said, yeah, she told Steven. I said, no. I'll do it.
Yeah.
So she calls me up and she says, can I talk to you now? Now, here's a woman who works with little Steven.
Yeah.
My granddaughter wanted to go see Bruce Springsteen down in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Not only did my granddaughter, she was 6 at the time, met little Steven, but she had these great seats and she had the earphones on. I mean, she's 6 years old,
Right.
So I was just talking to my daughter and I said, you don't know how lucky I am. I says, I just did a video with Bruce Springsteen, Steve Buscemi, Ed Norton, Whoopi Goldberg, Jackson Brown. I says, and I was being a pain in the ass. I didn't want to do it. Shh. My daughter said, Daddy, everybody knows you're a pain in the ass.
Yeah, no better person to tell you than your daughter.
So,
that's awesome though that you got to. So it was Stand with Teachers.
Yeah, so now when we get off, I'll email you a link. You can watch it.
Oh, I would love to. I saw you posted about it.
Yeah, it's cool. I liked it. I didn't watch the whole thing yet. I'll probably watch it maybe tonight or it's an hour show. Bruce sings.
Yeah. It was for teachers then. It was just like what was it for? Stand
with Teachers is an organization that little Stevie started with these other people, and you'll meet them years ago to help teachers.
I love that.
Help them teach. And he talks about the pandemic, how they had to learn, these teachers had to learn to do what you and I are doing right now.
Exactly.
To readjust all these kids.
Yeah.
So this is why everybody came through for this thing. They're raising money for Stand With, so it's cool. But
and they need
grumpy me, I don't want to do it.
But you did it. It probably came out phenomenal. I'm excited. I want to see it. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to watch it because it's cute. I'll send you a link when we're done.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll put it in, the comments and stuff here when this is aired on Christmas Eve.
If anybody sees the link, they have to pay to see it.
Okay. Fair enough.
It's charity.
Charity, absolutely.
We're not giving that show away. You got Bruce Springsteen and Jackson Brown.
Yeah. No, yeah, and it goes to anybody. I think most people.
It's an organization called Stand for Teachers.
Yep, that would be great.
We also did something Friday, which was real cool. Terry went to put it together with Steve Buscemi. It's called Friends of Firefighters. We did a whole big soprano thing. And
yeah.
We were in it. We were all supposed to be in Dr. Melfi's office.
Yeah.
And she was asking us things like, how you doing during the pandemic? And we raised money.
Mm-hmm.
We raised $100,000 by the time we went off the year.
Oh, that's great.
So it's good to do these fundraisers.
Well, it is. You have the ability to do so. Where we have this.
We're doing at the Wonder Bar is a fundraiser. We're not making no money.
Yeah.
It's a fundraiser for Debbie DeLisa. Has an organization, I call it Pets for Vets.
Okay.
She's a big animal person, and what we do is we raise money to buy a pet, a dog.
Okay.
For a disabled veteran in the area.
See, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
We did a show in November, and we got Saturday, and then we have another one in April.
Yeah.
And I like to, mix up the musicians. So you never see the same guys up there.
Right.
Which is hard because they don't know each other's songs, but it's almost like an all-star band. So they do their songs.
Yeah. I love watching you. I've watched a couple of the lives and stuff that you've done, or people have gone. I think Lou was one of the guys who did a live, or he was there and he put it up on Facebook, and I'm watching you guys, and it's great. And it's great to be able to do that. Donate to a charity. There's a lot of people in need right now with that kind of stuff. The vets, the Pets for Vets, or whatever it was. I know, was it last year or the year before? Normally what I'll do is I do readings, and I do a special with people if you purchase a reading, and I sit with you and whatever, and then I donate the proceeds to a specific foundation per year. This year I'm doing the Alzheimer's Foundation, but I think it was last year or the year before I did it to something along the lines of donating for pets for veterans. My brother's a vet. So, and he had a dog very special to him. He lost the dog. I know the connection between the two. So it's very important to me. So it's cool to hear that,
you should get involved. You should email Debbie because I'm promoting her show with you now.
Yeah.
You're going to air this Christmas Eve.
I am. Yes, we are.
So she's getting some, the next show is April 1st. So everybody should help out. That's how you get things done.
It's true.
It ain't all about one person.
No, it's not. It's not. It's all about what you give back to the community.
I'm trying to do the right thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and you have been. I love that. I was looking at that, the firefighters thing with the Sopranos, and that
was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it looked fun. It looked like a great time. There's a lot of stuff like that going on. I was really excited to hear about, the thing airing for NBC on New Year's. It's great that you get to do that kind of stuff.
I hope they don't get rid of it.
They'd be making a big mistake if they did.
Wow.
Why? What did you do? What did you do to make them want to get rid of it?
It's tongue in cheek. It's Saturday Night Live humor.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
They need more of that, though.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah.
People are going to be home. They're going to be watching stuff on television. They're going to watch the ball drop on television. Right. Amber told me she and Carson are going to be down there with the DJ from Ellen DeGeneres. What's his name?
Oh, Twitch?
Yeah, he's going to be there. That's NBC. And they're going to be inviting different people in on Zoom.
Oh, that's cool.
To do their things.
Yeah, that's really cool.
They're not performing down there.
No, they're not. No.
That's like headquarters.
Right.
So the skit with me is she starts off saying, every year they go get a tree upstate for Radio City. People don't know that we go pick our ball for New Year's.
Right.
And Austin says, that's right. Amber took a trip up to a farm upstate New York. Let's cut to the video.
Yeah.
And that happens now. It's funny, it's tongue in cheek, but I told my granddaughter can't watch it.
Yeah.
No, she can't watch it.
Yeah. No.
And my daughter said, well, maybe it'll go over her head. I said, no, it's not going over her head.
I can't wait to see it.
It's not going over her head.
Yeah. No, I can't wait to see it.
And then what happened is that Amber, who's a sweetheart, we got really loose as performers.
Right.
And and then she was the writer.
Right.
So I start throwing her an ad lib, and then it was like ping pong, And the director was laughing. I said, I don't think we better use that. NBC ain't gonna use that. He says, I just printed it. I love it. I said, well, let me do another one without me saying that. You know?
Did you do some improv? It wasn't all script, right? You threw back some improv there?
No, but yes, we were able to improv.
That's great.
As long as we were able to not really go away from what we were talking about.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
But they wanted us to stay to the script,
right? Because
that was the storyline. But there was room for us to play around with stuff.
Yeah.
Make it funny.
Yeah.
Because my mind is, I know this is airing NBC New Year's Eve. How many millions of people are going to be watching? I say when they see me pop up, that's a chuckle.
Yeah.
When they see what I do and what I say, that's another chuckle. And there's like an innuendo. What's the right word when you're talking about? I don't want to tell too much about the storyline because I signed a non-disclosure thing.
Right.
But there's a reference to let's get rid of 2021 and bring in 2020 and bring in 2021.
Gotcha.
That's all I can say because I did sign a non-disclosure.
Yeah.
And you're airing Christmas Eve. Yeah. They may say, Vinny, why are you telling everybody what's going on, man?
It's just clues. We don't know what's going on. It's just
They're
clues.
They're going to say, we're not going to pay you now.
It's going to be my fault. Blame it on me. Blame it on me.
Well,
you're not going to be able to get mad at me.
Listen to me. You got to be very careful what you say about people on these shows.
It's true.
I already got somebody on my back.
Really?
Yeah.
It's hard. It's tough. It's I get it. Yeah, I get it.
I don't think that person. No, I can't. I can't bring it up again.
Right.
No,
it's hard though. It's
I
tough.
Gotta bury it. I gotta bury it because that person may watch this. That person may start watching all of my podcasts to build up a case.
Right.
Right.
It's
now the next thing they're gonna do, they're gonna say I'm linked with the Russians.
Oh gee. You never know. You never know.
So
I'll tell you what. Go ahead.
Johnny have an idea.
Yeah. He's he called, we talked when he was in Miami. He's such a good guy.
We want to do a reality show.
Yes.
Where I say to him, we're going on the road.
Yeah.
And he says, there's nothing going on out there. I said, we'll go find it. How are we going to get there? I say in that, and we cut over. I buy an RV.
Yes. It's like Breaking Bad.
And how cool is it that the co-producer on the show, NBC, as soon as I walked on the set, he says, I'm texting Goomba. He said, have a great day. He said, how do you know Johnny? He said, I know Johnny. And we started talking, and he was really good. And Johnny said he'd be ace. So I threw the idea in his lap.
Yeah.
I threw the idea in his lap. I said, do you want to do a reality show with us as soon as the country opens up?
Yeah.
He said, I would love to. I said, okay, we'll talk about it. But that'd be a good idea.
That would be amazing. You know what I just saw in my head?
To you.
Come to me. We got food here too. We got great food here. You'd be set. It would be amazing. You know what I saw in my head though?
Come to you to eat nice Italian food in Buffalo.
There you go.
Right?
We got lots to do, and I'm pretty entertaining.
So that's a reason to go.
It's a reason to go, and we got the falls here.
Right, and then I have my guy driving, and he's a pain in the A, you know, which is funny.
You know that show? It's with Jerry Seinfeld. Comedians in cars getting coffee. You ever heard of it?
What show is it?
It's called Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee.
No.
It's with Jerry Seinfeld. It's the funniest. What came into my head is that because what I saw is you and Goomba just driving around and having conversations and pulling up at different places and meeting people and talking to people. Right. That's what came into my head. You're going to have to look it up now so you can see what I'm talking about.
Well, I think it's a good idea. You know, let's see. You know, I shouldn't be talking about it too much, but I'm kind of excited about it. I think what we all need to do is have some plans to look forward to in 2021.
It's true. It's very true.
You know?
We do. We need to, and that would be one of them. I think you guys need a reality show. The two of you, because I was watching when you guys went on Forget About It, where you were in what was it, like a coffee shop somewhere?
Yeah.
I was laughing my butt
off.
That
was the best. Yeah, those things are real.
It's real.
That's what's good about that. I used to have a show on television called Repo Man Stealing for a Living, and I was the narrator for the first year, and then they made me a co-producer for the second and third year, and I said, we're going on the road with this.
Yeah.
I'm not. You guys go and repo cars, and then you cut to me in a warehouse with black cars and everything, all black, and I'm in black.
Right.
No, I'm going on the road. So we went on the road, and we went to Hawaii. We went to Calgary. We went to Puerto Rico. We went to L.A. I was repoing a car, and I knocked on the door, and the girl come out. I swear to God, I don't want to be offensive, but she flashed her things.
I believe it.
Don't take my car. and you don't know that's going to happen.
Did it work?
Another time in
Did
Hawaii,
it work, though? I need to know if it worked.
No, it didn't work.
No, it didn't work. All right. It was a good attempt, though.
And that's how I'm going to get in trouble by talking about this girl. She may be watching your show. But the funniest thing was in Hawaii, where we had and this is true in Hawaii, that a lot of wealthy kids, they use the cars when they pull up. They can't afford to pay for the drugs, and they say take the car.
Right.
And the car is owned by the bank.
Right.
It's not owned by these kids.
Right.
You know, boom. So the bank hires the repo company to go repossess these cars. And when we went to Hawaii, Bobby from Amerenik, he was the producer. He set it up where I go in to take this car, and this gang came after me. And I thought it was really happening.
Oh, you didn't know that it was set up?
No, it was a setup.
Oh, my God.
And they said, walk up the hill. And they followed me, and I thought I was going to die. And I was walking up this hill. And when I got to the top of the hill, then they started laughing.
Oh, my God.
But that's what makes that stuff work.
Right. Well, it's real. Your reactions are real. You know.
You don't know what's going to go on. Right?
Exactly. That reality's good. You're good with that kind of. I know you like to DJ, and you like being in that kind of venue, right? Like doing live things, kind of improv, DJ, and you're good at it. Narrating, you know, you're good at that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but I'm getting old and I'm getting tired.
Well, you can't be out in 25-degree weather all day long.
You're going to say no to that? You know how fast they grab somebody else?
It's true. No, you got to do what you got to do. It's great. It's just the weather is.
Listen, I was going like this with my lines. I was so cold.
Yeah.
But you don't say no to jobs like that. You
Absolutely
just do
not.
it.
Or right now, with everything being so tough, but I am hearing, and I know I've said this before, but here in Buffalo, they have that, the television studio, the movie studio coming here, however many millions of dollars that they're putting into it to bring here. And I've heard, from different sources, movies coming in from LA and stuff that they're planning for spring and for everything here in Buffalo. They're gonna set
LA
up.
is dying. I tell people, a lot of my actor friends don't even bother going out there. It's all coming here. It's all coming here.
It's true. They're looking at Buffalo because it's cheaper here. But
it's safer to work here. It is. It is.
It's true.
Safer to work here. And they've been going upstate. They've been going to Nyack to shoot. What is that? That TV show with James Spader on NBC. That show.
I know what you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah, whatever show. The Blacklist.
Yes.
Yeah, yep. They're shooting right here, out in front of my house, next week, Kevin Bacon's television show.
Oh,
and
wow.
They cheat to make City Island look like Boston.
Right.
Kevin lives in the city.
Right.
They're giving us, they're coming back with the work, and I'm so proud to be with the New York local. We've been fighting to get the work back, and the hardest thing is for everybody to comply to the COVID rules and regulations. But Louis tells me, even if you're doing extra work, let's say I need you on the set tomorrow, you got to get tested today. Mm-hmm. Now, the production company pays you a day's pay.
Okay.
Yeah, the union won't put that day you're going out there for free.
No.
So now you're getting paid to get tested, then you're getting paid for tomorrow.
Right.
So you're getting 2 days work out of it. And you got to go get the bill. You also know you're healthy.
That's true. I heard that, I think it was down in Texas. Somebody told me that down in Texas, they're doing live shows and concert venues. And what they're doing is so you come an hour and a half early to the show, and they're doing rapid testing. They're doing you have to get tested. 15 minutes later, you get results. Right. If you're good, you can go on in without a mask, and they're having crowds of people by doing the rapid testing right beforehand. That's something to think about.
Well,
if it's
Jared
working.
From Resorts in Queens, he said that the governor is going to let New York in the spring have outdoor concerts.
That'd be great.
Yeah. I mean, he's chasing everybody out from inside. Right. So let's do stuff outside. That's all.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and that's how you got to do it. I've been looking at, I've been in talks with the casinos around here, and they're looking for, they're reevaluating things. How are they going to set it up and whatever. But what they want to do to get my show at least back up on a stage as well is just reconfigure what it looks like in a casino and all these things. There's other places. Vegas is open. I've had people on here. I had the guy from Rat Pack, Chris Jason, who plays Sinatra. Yeah. And he was saying that it's open, they're following regulations, people are spaced out, but they have the shows back up on stage.
I heard it's not as bad in Canada.
Really?
Well, that's what my Canadian friends are telling me.
I believe it.
Is that true?
From what, I don't know. Peter, my producer, you're Canadian. Ontario. Oh, he said Ontario's shutting down. The day after Christmas.
Toronto?
Toronto.
Oh, wow. Well, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Don't get me depressed. I ain't going to get you depressed. You can always watch, Jimmy Stewart. It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life. White Christmas.
And have cannolis. That's it. Make your espresso.
Gosh. I'll tell you what.
You get through it.
I'm making pizzelles tomorrow.
Yeah, I just go to girl used to make them.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's probably watching too.
She's probably watching. Everybody's analyzing everything we're saying.
Give me some. Can you talk about what's coming down the line for us? I mean, I've been talking all about me, but I want to hear about you.
Yeah,
what's coming down the line.
What's coming down the line? Well, number one, professionally, because I told you there's a lot of movies coming here, and I also cannot disclose a lot of the things that I know on here, but I do have some auditions coming up for a pretty big movie coming in from LA that I'm going to be auditioning for. So fingers crossed with that one. And, I've been working to get my show back up. What I've also been when I talked to Goomba Johnny, I was picking his brain. I'm like, how's it working down there in Florida? My uncle owns businesses. He's in West Palm, and his businesses are in Miami. His company, Del Zoppo and Sons, they do all the skyscrapers and stuff down in Miami. So I'm calling him. I want to call him and be like, who do you know at these places? I want to try to get our show back up and running. And if I got to go someplace like Florida, I'm going to go there. It's going to be like a bull in a ring. When things start to open up, when they say go ahead, I'm going to be going, getting myself back up there. So I'm looking forward to live shows.
Well, see, but the thing so much isn't getting the shows up because they're selling out. People want to be entertained. They're going out.
They need to.
It's travel. Yeah. It's travel.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Do you want to get on a plane and get worried about getting sick and bringing it home?
That's true.
It's travel. So
yeah.
I say drive.
I'll drive.
Drive.
I like to drive. I sing a lot in the car.
Whenever he worked in Toronto, all the years I knew him, he never got on a plane. He drove from Jersey right up to Toronto.
Yeah.
Took his own car, drove right over. That's the way Danny ran. A lot of guys are like that. They just get in the car. Tony Danza won't get on a plane. He takes the train.
There's a lot that's available more so than ever. The ticket prices for that kind of stuff right now is amazing. I was thinking about it. I was just I had told Goomba, because I talked to his wife as well, and I'm supposed to be going to Jersey. He's like, just take the train. Just come on the train instead of driving. Hop on the train and go to Jersey that way.
Get on Amtrak. It's safe. It's clean.
Yep.
You can move around.
Yeah.
I bet it's really clean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Amtrak would probably be a good way to travel. But I like my idea about getting my own RV.
I think that it's Breaking Bad style. I would love to see you and Goomba in an RV.
Right.
Just showing up at places and doing your thing.
Right.
Lots of improv.
I don't know if Danielle would appreciate it too much, but sometimes you just got to go where the work is.
It's true. In entertainment.
You got to think about how the West was won. You know, all those people, they got into those covered wagons and they traveled all the way over the Rockies and everything because they were looking for a new land, and they made it there, and they all got rich.
It's true.
So I don't think, it ain't going to come to me. City on the Hill is going to be here next week, but I'm not in it. They're filming it from my house, but I'm not in it.
You should just poke your head out and walk outside. You'll just be in the.
I'm not in it. I mean, I know Jill. I know Kevin.
Yeah.
But I'm not in it. I'm hoping that maybe they may figure it all out and maybe give me a job down the line.
There you go.
But
you sometimes just have to and especially in entertainment, you got to put yourself.
You got to put yourself out there.
You do. I mean, how many times do you see extras on a set being pulled in?
Look,
as
like this. I did this thing for Stevie, and you'll see it when I send it tonight.
Yeah.
I start off a Christmas poem, and I do the first part of it.
Yeah.
And I'm followed by Edward Norton.
I love him.
He's in there. He goes in after me.
Okay.
So it's me and then him. And I was saying when I was watching it this morning, I wonder if Edward remembers when I auditioned for him and he didn't give me the part.
What did you audition for?
He did a movie with Ben Stiller.
Okay.
Years ago.
Yeah.
And I auditioned for it, and I auditioned for Ed. He was there with A.V. Kaufman. We were down on Varick Street. I really wanted that part, but I didn't get it.
Well, now you can.
But that doesn't mean that he's a bad guy.
Right.
Right?
No, but you can hang it over his head for a while.
No, because, we're both in the same scene together now. You can't take that away.
You just do it offset.
When I see him, well, we got to be like, we're like Laurel and Hardy now.
Yeah.
After we worked together, I said to my daughter, I just did a scene with Edward Norton. She said, what do you mean you did a scene with Edward Norton? I said, well, I did the first 4 lines and he did the next 4 lines.
Yeah.
She said, did you meet him? I says, no. I says, but even when I do podcasts, I talk to people. They're there. I'm here. They're not, I'm not with them.
Right.
Right?
You are energetically.
Yeah. All right. You're going to help me out before we go off the air. You got to give me something to start thinking about.
All right.
Like, don't you have like a crystal ball, Vinny? This is what's going to happen to you?
No, I left it at home, but I got it right here. Don't you worry. I got it right here.
All right. I'm going to tell you something. they try to hook me up with this dating site.
Yeah, I feel like it should go really well for you if people recognize.
No, listen, it was part historic, and I don't know. They gave me a woman's phone number to call and her picture.
Okay. Did you call her?
No.
Why?
Well, first of all, how do I know that that's with that person from a picture?
Fair enough.
Could be a guy.
It could be. People are crazy nowadays. That's what they do.
Know, maybe it's a teenager. I don't know. Know.
True.
So I said, ask her to come on the podcast. And me and Johnny had talked to her and let Johnny approve whether I should take her out. I thought that would have been funny. And
that needs to be its own show.
That would have been funny, right?
That needs to be its own show.
And she didn't want to do that.
Well, then she's no fun.
She called and complained that I never called her up on that Sunday.
Well, I just think she's no fun.
My producer, would you get me involved in this for? Well, I got it. Well, the next thing you're going to know is she's going to put that in the New York Post. Big Pussy betrays me. I was stood up by Big Pussy.
Okay, first of all, let me say this. That needs to be its own show. So if Johnny's watching this, which I'm sure he will be, you guys need to have a show to set you up on a date, but they got to come on the podcast, and Johnny's got to be like the wingman where he like interviews these people to see if they're good enough for you.
They already have a show with Storick, and the girl already talked to me. And I said, you go find I said it to her. You bring those girls on our show, and me and Johnny are judge. Well, I said, well, no. And she said, the girls don't want to do that. I said, come on, they want to have a little fun. So
that's what I mean.
I love the idea. Your idea and my idea is the same idea.
Yeah, I think it would be fun. That just means that they're no fun. People are losing their sense of fun.
Humiliate the girls.
I think they just need to maybe grow up.
They know who I am because of who I am.
Right.
They could go on YouTube 1990 and see me. But I don't know who they are, and I don't even know if they're real.
That's fair enough. That's why these dating sites creep me out.
When I get fan mail,
and
I read some of these letters,
what's your favorite one you've gotten so far?
I love the ones from the whole new generation of people who were home from COVID-19 and they watched The Sopranos for the first time. I love those people. I don't know where they're getting the pictures from, and I don't know how they got my address. But I go to the post office and then I mail them back, and then a girl behind the counter like this morning, she said, "Vinny, this one's going to Germany." I said, "Yeah, I know. What? I ain't got fans in Germany." She says, "Well, no, I'm just saying. You've been mailing them out all over the country." And I said, well, people watch The Sopranos all over the country. But it's not just Sopranos. They're home now, and they're watching a lot of the old stuff. Like I watched Revolver was on the other night. What I did with Guy Ritchie, I made that in 2005, and I sat there and I watched it. And I said, "This was a good movie."
It was a good movie. I feel like if it was released now.
Yeah.
I feel like
I said that.
Yeah.
I said that on the plane when we were going from London to Paris. And he was reading the reviews. He was upset. I says, your movie's ahead of its time. It's going to be a classic in 10 years.
I think it was ahead of its time.
When I watch it now, I get it.
Yeah. Well, because I think in the more recent years, people are more open to all of that. There's more on TV about that. There's more available. People are understanding more. They're kind of opening up a little bit. It's the same thing with what I do as a medium. If you go back years ago, people thought we were all nuts, but now there's more people. Well, we might be nuts. I don't know. But I mean, there's more people now on TV. With it. A little bit. That's what makes us fun.
No, you're warm. You have a way of seeing things, and you guide people.
It's true.
It's like people love you. It's a thing. It's just a matter of where do you fit in yet? because I didn't know where I fit in until maybe until I was like 50 years old.
It's
And
weird,
I heard
right?
a lot of people along that way trying to figure out who I was. Then I started to say, "Oh, this is who you are," and this is why Grandma and Grandpa came over from Italy and worked hard.
Yeah.
So you be this person, not to be that other person. Because when I was running the clubs,
Yeah.
I was a bum. I was a bum. Whoa, I was a bum.
Okay, fair enough.
You know, staying out till 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, going to work at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, rock and roll, whatever else comes with rock and roll, you know?
Well, I wouldn't say you're a bum. You had different priorities. You had a different mindset.
Well, you know what my priority was back then? It was called me. It was all about me.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't about, it was about, okay, everybody says you brought a lot of great music to Westchester and all that. Yeah, but that was about me.
It was.
It was about me trying to prove I could do something.
Right.
Because you mentioned earlier tonight, you used to be a DJ. Yeah, my first gig was a DJ.
Yeah.
In a place called the Lollipop for Marty Lolly. I was his DJ.
Right.
You know, and we played rock and roll. And we had that dance floor like in Saturday Night Fever.
Yep.
That was my first gig. And then I went and eventually opened up, and I ran discos, but I eventually opened up my own club, and I played my own music, and I had a stage, and it was my room. So it was all about me.
Right.
And that's why, since it was about me, I couldn't keep a marriage. I couldn't keep a marriage together.
Yeah.
Because it's not about family. It's about you, the limelight, the rock and roll, the energy from rock and roll. Who do you meet? You're popular. Everybody knows your name. Everybody, it's like Cheers, you know. But then when that's over, when somebody pulls the plug on that, and you go cold turkey and you say, "What have I done? And now what am I going to do with my life?"
Right. Right.
You know, and thank God for the arts.
Yeah.
Because the arts, you could decide. I mean, my friend Kathy Narducci is a late bloomer where it comes to being an artist. She's a wonderful painter.
I've seen her stuff. I actually reached out to her. I would love to have her on here. She's her artwork.
I'm talking to you.
I reached out to her.
What happened?
Yeah, I reached out to her, so we'll see. But you know, I saw her artwork.
Yeah.
She obviously, she's an actress, but the art that she does is so different but personal to her, and like you could tell it's coming from a different place. You know, it's almost like she's.
I think that kept her sane during COVID because a few months ago she had a display right down the corner. Yeah. Nice, beautiful summer night, and Chaz Palminteri showed up. Yeah. And it was a wonderful event for City Island. But what was great is that we were able to see Catherine in a different light as an artist. Now, the point I'm trying to make is that our ancestors sacrificed, in whatever which way, to come here and to develop roots in this country. For us, my relatives lived in. I told you they lived in Buffalo. I had relatives in Buffalo. I used to go up when I was a kid. We used to go to Crystal Lake or something. Crystal. Oh
Park. Yeah.
Yeah, we used to go up there. We were kids. Yep. And I had relatives from Utica and Rochester, all over the state of New York, because the Italians, when they came over, they migrated into the state of New York, and they became farmers and they became workers. Yeah, they did. And everybody thinks, I'm at fault because I play them all the time, but everybody thinks that all Italians are gangsters.
It's true. It's very true. They're afraid. Most people back in the day didn't even want to date me because they were afraid of who my uncles were or who my brother was.
They're probably all gangsters. Yeah. Right?
Pretty much, yeah. Well, one side of the family. My other side of the family, I call, well, you never know. Because I'm starting to think now, some of them have roots back in Boston and they own all these companies, and you start hearing about it, and they, in front of you, they look like very clean cut people. You just don't know what's going on behind the scenes. My other side of the family, they were the ones. They were in, we lived right down the street from Stefano Magadino's, the funeral home that he owned.
In Buffalo?
In the Falls. So Stefano Magaddino, being one of the head people back in the day, he ran a lot of that stuff in our area. We lived right down the street from him. My grandfather used to park his car down in his funeral home. There was like an underground like garage.
Yeah.
And then I think about it now and I'm like, I wonder how Grandpa got his car to be able to park.
Well, you gotta realize that during the Depression, during the Roaring '20s, when liquor wasn't allowed, it was all coming in from Canada.
Right.
It was coming in from Canada. I mean, we see that in the movie The Untouchables with Al Capone. And I heard there was always problems between Buffalo and Rochester.
Mm-hmm.
The two families.
Yeah.
Is that true?
From what I understand, yes. From what I understand. Yeah, I have a good friend of mine. I think I might have said it before. My friend Maria Buffalino, her uncle is Russ Buffalino, who Pesci played in The Irishman.
Oh, you told me that.
Yeah, so Maria.
That's another reason why you should talk to Catherine.
Well, I got a hold of her. So if Catherine's watching, check your inbox because I did.
Listen, here's what we're gonna do. When we get off, I gotta send you a couple of emails. I'll send you.
Yeah, she's great. I mean,
she'd be great.
Yeah,
especially you just brought that up. She played the wife.
Yeah, Russ Buffalino is she's literally like a family member of mine, Maria Buffalino, but her uncle was Russ, and we've talked many years about her growing up and the experiences she had, and we were going to go see The Irishman together just for that reason. But I would love to talk to Catherine. I've seen her artwork. I see her as an actress. I believe, and I've said this before, I say it in all my podcasts, the one reason why I do what I do with this podcast is because I really believe that there is a direct link between entertainers, regardless, artists, entertainers, so painters and actors and dancers and whatever it might be, to intuition and the spirit world and picking up on things. And I think we use, like you said, it's a good thing for the arts. We channel that through art. We channel everything we're going through with art, and we take on energy. And this as an actor, you're taking on the character, you're taking on your surroundings, you're taking on the other people, you're taking on all this energy. And you got to release it somehow, like we channel things through art.
Yeah.
It's true. I'd love to talk to Catherine and see her story.
Yeah, we'll try to set it up. Okay, yeah. So what do you do? Are you cooking on Christmas tonight, Christmas Eve?
We got lasagna. I'm making pizzelles. So I'm always, ever since my grandmother died, I've pretty much been in charge of the cookies. So
what do you got? The presser? You got the thing?
I got two different ones, but one is from Italy. The other one, they're both from my great grandparents. I think, I'm pretty sure. So I do two different kinds or two different patterns. I do the pizzelles, cucciolati, the plain white cookies, the chocolate cookies, the Gigi Leones, the ones with the sesame seeds. So I got to get going on that. But yeah, lasagna.
Well, how many people
sausage
you got coming to your house?
Well, not many this year, but most of the people that are still here, I have family in like Syracuse, my uncle in Florida, like I was talking about.
Are you guys going to Zoom in or something?
We usually do. We'll usually, if we can't get together.
I did that with my family on Thanksgiving. I said, let's have a Zoom session. We all did at 1:00.
Yeah.
It was cute. It was fun.
It's fun. I think it's more so this year. It's my uncle, my cousins, and then just my sister, my brother's here from Colorado, and my parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be small, but we're going to Zoom in. What about you? What are you doing?
Christmas Eve?
Yeah.
I got some of my friends coming over.
Well, there you go.
You know them.
That's nice. I do know them.
Yeah, they're coming over. We're going to hang out.
Well, there you go. What are you cooking? This is such a good movie.
No, I'm not cooking. You're
not cooking.
My friend sent me, my friend Pellegrino sent me bottles of wine from Tennessee. So I got the wine.
There you go. Okay. Well, who's bringing what? What are you eating? You got to eat something.
I'm not hungry. I told the guy.
You just want the wine.
I'm just relaxing. And then my sister said, are you coming over to the house? And I said, she said, yeah, but you could go do the Wonder Bar. And but you can't come over on Christmas Day and see
She's got you. She's got you there.
Okay. And then my daughter says to me, you better tell everybody in the Wonder Bar to wear their masks, because I watched the show and nobody was wearing masks. I said, well, I had a mask on. She said, you didn't have a mask on. I says, I was singing. She says, well, figure out how to sing with a mask on.
There you go. It's more like an opera voice. You got to go through the mask.
Well, listen, here's what I hope. I really hope that next year when I visit you, it's going to be in the flesh,
Yes.
up there in God's country, maybe with Johnny.
There you go.
I'm not zooming, you know.
No, we got to get back to in person, and
you know, this is too much. I mean,
It is.
I was going to have a special show and have some of the guys come down to the studio. And then I told the producer, I says, you can't ask people to go into the city and go sit in the studio and come in public transportation. You can't. You can't. You just stick to the Zoom. It's safer. It's healthier. You know, we have more time. You know, if we get the message out there, we tell everybody how much we love them and miss them, you know.
that's true.
You know, and that's what it is. Okay, so this has been a lot of fun.
It has been, and I want you to stay on for a minute, but I want to thank you for coming on and doing this with me for Christmas, and I hope everybody enjoys it. Everybody needs a little bit of a laugh and
What
some
time is the show
entertainment.
going on Christmas?
8 p.m. Eastern.
Then I can watch it from here with my crew.
Yeah, I'll send you it's going to be on YouTube, and then it's going to be on Facebook, so I'll send you both links.
That's what we'll do. We'll watch the show.
Yeah, it's
Now
going to be
that you know
great.
who's coming over my house?
Who's coming over?
Well, your friends, my friends.
You know, it's friends of ours.
Right.
Right. That's awesome. Well, I hope you guys have...
Look, I was talking to you about Revolver. I didn't even realize the poster was in back of me.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I didn't even see it. It's such a good movie.
That's the French poster.
Okay.
Everything's in French.
If people haven't seen that movie, they need to see that movie.
Well, yeah. But you'll probably enjoy it better the second time.
Yeah. I do have to watch it a second time. I just ran through Sopranos again, just because.
Sopranos, that's different. Like, you know, when we were talking the other day, when we did that thing for Buscemi with the firefighters, a lot of people were asking David questions. And David, sometimes he didn't even have the right answer. Like, he was fighting with Lorraine almost. She was just, no, David, you don't remember. I didn't want to do Kamala. I wanted Dr. Melfi. And he says, no, I offered you Dr. Melfi. I never thought about you as Kamala. So then they said, Vinny, tell us about your audition. I said, well, it was a piece of cake. I went with Sirico. I went in with Dominic. I auditioned for Sheila and Georgianne, and there was a guy sitting in the back, and now I found out it was David. I said, a week later, I got the part.
Yeah.
And it was Kevin Smith interviewing us.
Okay.
From Jerks.
Yeah.
Said, you got the part? Did you have a screen test? I says, no, but I don't think, I went like this, I don't think in the breakdowns, the guy's name was Big Pussy. And David says, oh, yes, it was. I wrote that character, Big Pussy. Oh, yes, it was. Yeah. I said, oh, all right, okay. I thought maybe, like, you know, you started to add that on. No, you were big. That's it. I said, and then he goes like this. I didn't give you a screen test. I said, no, you gave me the part. Why? You regret it?
You didn't even need the screen test.
You regret it? And then somebody says to him later, Kevin did. Smith, who do you regret killing off? First person out of his mouth. He said, well, Vinny and Drea. He said, Vinny and Drea. In that order.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I'm surprised with Drea. I was so surprised with Drea.
And I'll say to anybody I'm talking to.
Yeah.
And Chaz said it on my show. You made television history. I mean, you were on the most iconic show outside of Star Trek in the history of television.
Yeah. And
you became this. Terry Winter said it the other night. He said, Vinny, your character became iconic. I said, yeah, because of the name. He says, no. The name had something to do with it. It was the relationship you had with Tony.
Yeah.
You were his brother.
Yep.
He didn't want to get rid of you, and we didn't want to get rid of you. But that was reality.
Right.
And I said, well, I did okay after that, so I'm not worried about it.
It's true.
You're right. I did okay.
It's true, but it was cool that, you could tell. I almost had a feeling like they wanted to bring you back at some point, or it led people to believe like maybe he's not gone or something along those lines.
I always kept saying maybe he dreamt that because he was sick.
Right.
Because they never really brought it up.
Right.
It was almost
like he
disappeared, even with the wife.
Right. And the dreams in the show.
They never brought up that they killed him.
Right. And the dreams in the show was a reoccurring thing, like the dreams that Tony would have.
They all start to dream. Then even Paulie Walnuts, when he walked into the kitchen, he sees him in the kitchen.
Yep.
It started to haunt him. So I think as it got closer to the end, David was, kind of saying, yeah, he's really dead. And he's haunting these guys. He's haunting these guys.
Yeah. But your character followed through the entire series. Regardless of if you were dead or not, it carried through. You were. It's true. It was an iconic role.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is amazing. It's amazing to see things like that and where it leads us, And that's why you're saying, like, when you go backwards and you started as a DJ.
You don't know when you're doing something, whether it's a play, a short film, anything.
Yep.
How great it can become.
It's true.
You don't know the impact. You just don't know.
That's why you look back and you look at, your days when you said you started as a DJ and your mindset is this way, but the lessons that you're learning and the way that you're figuring out who you are, because you wouldn't appreciated things that maybe you have now back then, So
it's when you come from that world where you're playing records.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not mixing. I wasn't mixing.
Right.
I was queuing up.
Right.
I was letting something from Santana flow into something from maybe Eric Burden and Wool, all the stuff, ZZ Top, all that rock and roll stuff back then. Yeah. And the people were in the bar and they were digging it. We were doing live from Woodstock, all that stuff. So I wasn't mixing, but what I was doing is I was bringing out a sound to people. You would look at the audience and you would see, what do they want to hear? Do they want to dance?
Right.
You could put one dance number on, and if they don't get up there, you go back to the other stuff.
Right.
Maybe they just want to sit there, and because a lot of people smoked pot back then. They used to go out, smoke pot, come in, and they used to drink Boone's Farm apple wine.
Okay.
They used to drink a lot of fruity stuff because they were all stoned on pot. And I would play Joe Cocker, Janis Joplin, and they were digging it, and the bar was rocking. And that's what I try to do with my show. And it's like I'm not trying to drive the guys crazy, but I say to the guys, everybody has to, this is a showcase. Mm-hmm. It's not about me.
Right.
So give me your best. Don't go up there, well, I want to try this one out. And I say, well, how could you try something out if you didn't rehearse it? You don't go up when you got 50 people bought tickets and go up there to try to do something you never did before.
Right.
If it works, don't bother changing it.
It's true.
Yeah. I try to tell them that.
Yeah. It's true.
And then today I sent an email out and I said, I'm not changing my songs because you guys never want to learn them. Will you learn my songs or just get different musicians? I said that today because I don't want to stop singing the songs I sing because I know them.
Right.
But you turn around and there's a musician in back you and he don't know your song. Well, fake it.
Right. Fake it till you make it.
What are you going to do? But let me know you don't know it because then I won't ask you to give me a solo because you can't give me a solo. You start giving me a solo and all of a sudden you play something else.
Right.
That ain't the song.
Right.
Like, before I go, I'm going to say, we love to do Stand By Me, and I usually dedicate it to Nikki Cordero, and I'll dedicate it to Nikki again Sunday. And Barry, who plays the guitar with the band, Barry Friedman's wife was in Bronx Tale with Nikki. So when I do Stand By Me, I say, take it away, Barry. And I let Barry go someplace.
Yeah.
You know, and I see the tears coming out of his eyes. He's going to an emotional place. So you can't pull that back.
No. No.
You know, because he's playing for Nikki.
Yeah.
You can't pull that back. And that's the magic of what we do.
It's
you
true.
know?
That's very true.
And you can't pull that back.
That's true.
You know, and that's
I've heard you do Stand By Me. It's great.
Yeah. Well,
It's
now
great.
what I wind up doing with the song is I wind up making it like almost like a showstopper. I bring everybody in now.
Okay.
I let Tommy sing with me and I let it. I try to make it a showstopper because the song means so much.
Right.
To
Right.
everybody.
To everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just not me saying let's dedicate this to Nikki or let's dedicate this to Richie Giacco or Chacha or people that we lost. It's also a song that you could say this is for my family, for letting me be able to go on my journey.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, one of the funniest things is before we go, my family was never expecting in life to be hopping in limousines and going downtown and going to premieres, you know?
Yeah.
So it's the second year, and it was the end. It was the second, that was my year. And I knew, because we all had everything wrapped, and I knew it was going to be a rock and roll year. So they really took care of me. So I said, well, let me invite my family. So they sent the limousine to pick up my family. And then they sent the limousine to pick me and my daughter up. And I brought my daughter's half-brother, Jared, down with us. And we went down to the Ziegfeld to watch it. And then we went over to Roseland for the gig. And Southside Johnny was playing. And little Steven got up and played. It was insane.
Yeah.
So I go to my daughter, come on, let's get out of here. And me, her, and Jared hopped in the car and went home. And I'm figuring my brother's going to be okay. I mean, you know, they got picked up. My brother calls me up. I'm home already. Where are you? I said, I'm home. He said, well, where's my car? I said, they had it. He says, no. They don't. You left us down here? You just got in the car, went home? And they'll never let me forget that.
No, they probably won't.
No, they got stuck at the premiere with no. I mean, come on, hop in a cab, you can get home. But, you know,
Yeah.
what are you going to do? I
But
tried.
those are the best. Those are the best memories.
Yeah, I know.
They
When I was
really
sitting
are.
around on a holiday and we're talking about the old times, my sister will bring up, yeah, you took off for you and your daughter and Jared, and you left us there. We saw you taking off. You even waved to us.
Yeah. But you know what? She probably loved every second of it.
Yeah, she loves it. Of course she loves it. They love all that stuff. They have a good time.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I remember when we were doing Light of Day down at Asbury at the Paramount, and I would bring Renee and her husband Chris, and we would be backstage, and Renee was sitting on one of the big crates, you know, where they kept all the music, the gear and everything, and she was sitting there, and she was pregnant at the time.
Yeah.
And I walked in, Bruce was in back of me, and I said, this is Chris, my son-in-law, and this is my daughter, Renee. And he saw the belly, and he put his hand on her belly.
Okay.
He said, God bless you. And we tell that to my granddaughter, a story to my granddaughter all the time. That's why you love Bruce. You know why you love Bruce? Because he was, when you were in mommy's womb, he put a hand on her belly. That's why you love Bruce. It's in the body.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Yeah, that's cool. Stuff like that it's
Those are good memories.
It's
right?
memories. It's memories.
Okay. All right.
You know, thank you. I hope you have an amazing Christmas. I hope that you have an amazing New Year's, and I am really looking forward.
Tess, I'm singing. And if those guys don't know my songs, I'll go up and do it without them.
Just call me, and I'll come in from the side somewhere.
I know.
And I'll just do it.
I'll do them a cappella. I'll do them. See, the Baron knows my songs. I just do it with the sax player.
There you go.
I want to do my songs.
I'll just be a backup dancer. I'm better at dancing. I'll just be in the background for you.
That works. Okay.
There you go.
All right. So as we say in The Sopranos, we say toodles.
Toodles.
Toodles. Merry Christmas to you, and have a safe New Year.
You too. Thank
Okay.
you so much. One second. I got to tell you something off the recording. Yeah, he's gonna hold on. Just don't shut it off if you just want. Did you stop recording? Nope. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun. I mean, it's just, Vinny, you're great. I don't know what else to say other than you're great. I love talking with him. Got to do a little bit of a reading for him, which is always fun. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it brought some laughter into your world. I know that, you know, the holidays especially are really difficult for people all over the place. You know, we lost people maybe years ago, maybe recently. Unfortunately, you know, I've lost people in my family. I've heard so many different people who have lost others, whether it be to COVID or other things. And so the holidays can bring up a lot of that kind of stuff. You know, those feelings and the grieving and the wishing that they're going to be there with us. So I wanted to take a moment to remind everybody that your loved ones are always around you. They're always sending signs and signals, you know, whether we hear it or not, they are there with you. So I want you guys to always remember that they're there. Talk to them. They can hear you. You know, my usual joke is that as a medium, your loved ones are not with me, they're with you. So make sure to always talk to them. Tell them that you miss them. They miss you too. Look for the signs and symbols and try your very best to just be happy in whatever way that means for you, because spirit, their biggest thing that they always relay to me as a message, as a medium, is that they want our loved ones here in the physical world to continue to be happy. You know, we will never have the life that we did before with them. It's kind of like we close that chapter when they pass and we create a new chapter in our lives without them. And as hard as that is, the one thing that they want for us is to be happy and to live life to the fullest in whatever way we possibly can. And to know that they're always around us. They're sending us signs and signals, the guidance in your ear sometimes that you hear, the dreams, and they just want that for us. So if you can do that this holiday season, regardless of what it is that you're celebrating, carry them with you, live through them, live for them. And I hope you guys have not only a Merry Christmas, but happy holidays. And thank you guys so much for being with me tonight.